At the Trump trial, it was the climax to a schlong week. MAGA faithful whipped out these penis balloons in protest. They were not realistic, of course, based on Stormy Daniels' assertions of thumb-sized.
Dozens of balloons.
But in a nutshell, they did come to represent Trump overpromising, given that several could not get up. Others floated aimlessly and directionless, proving again, as Stormy noted, that owning one of these does not mean you know how to use it. And while onlookers expressed dissatisfaction, that MAGA man, the alleged brains behind the impotence, had no shame.
Penis balloons. Penises, because they're all a bunch of penises.
The firm support for Trump and against the rule of law has been in MAGA world full-throated. And that was exposed inside the court with another group of GOP pricks, as Democrats call them, grabbing attention on the right, Colorado's Lauren Boebert. Remember her?
Surveillance video revealed that she was indeed vaping, as well as she and her companion explicitly groping each other repeatedly while they were in their seats.
On the left, standing, Florida's Matt Gaetz, who allegedly bragged on the House floor of his young conquest, complete with pictures. On this day, though, at the microphone, it was Boebert who Gaetz and his colleagues ditched.
What is the crime? Because everyone in this court has not been informed of what the crime is. The defendant does not know the crime that was committed.
Could it be this?
He got on top and slowly inserted himself into me. It was the worst pain I think I have ever felt in my life.
Sorry, wrong story. In this one, with Trump, Stormy, and falsified business records, the Republican protest is not a spontaneous uprising.
The Republican candidate for President of the United States is going through mental anguish in a courtroom that's very depressing.
Trump reportedly encouraged the GOP exposure, and it began this week with the most powerful Johnson.
President Trump is a friend, and I wanted to be here to support him. I'm here speaking with you outside because the court won't allow us to speak inside the building.
Poor Johnson. He cannot go inside and deliver his point widespread.
If Alvin Bragg thinks the American people will believe these absurd charges, take a look at the turnout at Trump events. Compare those to Biden events, by the way.
And there you have it, another Republican who thinks size matters more than results. A leading House Democrat says it's pathetic how Republicans keep putzing around.
It is extraordinary that so many extreme MAGA Republicans who are apparently part of the Red Tie Brigade felt the need to bend the knee to the insurrectionists in chief, as opposed to staying in Washington and doing the business of the American people.
But even doing the business of Republican people has often not gone well for the GOP. One of the most infamous episodes in the modern political era came during the 2009 financial crisis. Amidst the Obama administration bank bailout, CNBC anchor Rick Santelli erupted on the floor of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange.
The government is promoting bad behavior. This is America. How many of you people want to pay for your neighbor's mortgage? President Obama, are you listening? We're thinking of having a Chicago Tea Party in July. All you capitalists that want to show up to Lake Michigan, I'm going to start organizing.
And thus began the Tea Party movement. Conservative activists at demonstrations and protests described themselves as teabaggers, seemingly unaware of what the slang term meant. This was the golden era of cable news, at least for a few of us, and the mocking jokes literally wrote themselves. In our fourth story tonight, it's going to be teabagging day for the right wing, and they are going nuts for it. Thousands of them whipped out the festivities early this past weekend, and while the parties are officially toothless, the teabaggers are full-throated about their goals. They want to give President Obama strong tongue-lashing and lick government spending. The Republicans who came up with the teabag movement included former House Speaker Newt Gingrich and former Republican House Majority Leader Dick Armey. They got support from Fox News, and that led to one of the most famous lines of yours truly. And in Cavuto's defense, if you are planning simultaneous teabagging all around the country, you're going to need a Dick Armey. Yeah, I got in trouble for that, but that's another video. My point is that the teabaggers never recovered. Their lack of self-awareness became a national joke, and the mocking haunted the conservatives for years. The political advocacy group in charge, called FreedomWorks, kept sputtering. Finally, after more than a decade of drooping and being limp, there was this headline: Conservative FreedomWorks shuddering after being stuck in political no man's land. Yes, even the conservative Washington Examiner, in writing the teabag movement obituary, couldn't resist. Anyway, it underscores that right-wing activists have a long history of dabbling in male genitalia innuendo, only to have it make the activists look even more clumsy, floppy, and stupid. Case in point, Republican Senator Kennedy from Louisiana. We played a brief clip of him a moment ago. The senator thought he was making an argument against certain books and libraries, but his dramatic reading turned him into a national laughingstock, and social media concluded the conservative clearly has a secret passion.
I got a new strap-on harness today. I can't wait to put it on you. It will fit my favorite dildo perfectly. You're going to look so hot. I can't wait to have your in my mouth.
I'm sure the senator cannot wait until the internet finally lets him live that down. The theme in all of this is that the MAGA crowd never seems to understand one of the basic laws of physics. With every action, there is a reaction. And if you don't think things through and protect yourself, there can be embarrassing consequences. And that takes us back to the MAGA misfires at the Trump trial. In defending Donald Trump at the courthouse, Matt Gaetz not only brought more attention to his own sexual controversies, but he got slapped in photographs with the well-framed label of bootlicker. Lauren Boebert, who was infamously known as a fondler, got asked by a YouTuber to sign his Beetlejuice playbill. She didn't laugh. And then there were the MAGA balloons that failed to rise, adding to the imagery of Trump-loving buffoons digging their own holes deeper or doing that thing to themselves that is anatomically impossible. There is impotency, and then there are the MAGA morons. They are messy, irresponsible, and swing wildly, even as they ooze the political equivalent of the gross gift that keeps on giving. By the way, for those of you keeping score at home, there were more than 40 double entendres in this video. A few came from family and friends, but most of them were all my fault. And if you're looking for some more fun, check out the video below of Marjorie Taylor Greene defending conservative extremists and bashing Fox News.
Fox News wants to make sure that you guys don't have your own opinion, that you only have the opinion that Fox News tells you to have. And that's why Fox News attacks Steve Bannon. That's why Fox News attacks Charlie Kirk. And that's why Fox News would love to murder Tucker Carlson.
Fox News wants to murder Tucker Carlson? Well, you will not hear that media critique anywhere else. It generated a lot of comments on YouTube. One of the most popular was from Richard Stagg 9543, who wrote, "MTG's brainworm is starving." Well played. I look forward to reading your comments about the MAGA morons getting ridiculed to their faces at the Trump trial for antics that flopped. I'm David Shuster. Thanks for joining us.